Hey y'all, happy Tuesday. I was trying to get everything situated. I hope everybody is doing well. Um, yeah. So, what is up, everyone? Welcome. If this is your first time here, I'm Patrice. This is Craftable Things, and we like to craft a lot of things. Like we're willing to pretty much try and make anything. And so tonight we are going to be looking at the UV Make UV printer. We'll be talking a little bit about it. I don't think that I'm going to have enough time to kind of show you guys everything tonight. So I think we may end up doing like a two-parter or maybe even a three-parter. Next week, Tuesday, we'll probably look at it again. I know on this Friday, we're going to be looking at, we're going to be doing some sublimation. I think that's what I said. I don't remember. Dims hasn't been here to remind me of what I say. So I think that's what I'm going to be doing. I wanted to try to bling something while it was printing tonight, but we're just gonna work with the UV printer tonight. Maybe on Friday we'll be able to do a little bit of bling and sublimation. So today we're using the EUFY Make UV printer. It is a newer UV printer. It's still in the Kickstarter, which they have like different packages that you can get now. It's almost like you're pre-buying it. It's like a pre-sale. And then they'll be sending it out, I believe, in July, maybe end of June, July. But they have all of the information listed on the Kickstarter site. I do have a link listed below in the description if you are interested in the machine, if you want to learn a little bit more about the machine than what we discussed tonight. But this machine, it uses UV ink and UV light to print, and it prints directly onto your items. Another feature of this particular printer is that it can print 3D textures, so it can print a little bit thicker. I'm going to see what we have time to do tonight because with this printer, it's not immediate. Like, you got to understand, this is not your typical inkjet printer that you can send something to the printer and it shoots it right out. That's not this. Even with your regular basic printers, if you start manipulating those settings, so if you say, you know what, I'm not just printing on plain paper, I'm printing on glossy, and I want the quality to be high or good, very good quality, whatever the settings say, it will take longer for you to print out even that on a regular printer. Okay, so these printers are printing out at extreme high quality. Okay, because I know somebody say, oh, well, it takes too long to print. Well, this may not be for you. Okay, this may not be for you if you don't understand how printers work. Okay, and also know that this is not it's a home-based UV printer. It's not a commercial industrial UV printer. But if you've ever been in the presence of a commercial UV printer, you know that that still takes time as well. Does it go a lot faster? It does go faster, but it does take time as well because this is laying out white ink, then the colors, and then this one goes, you can get a little bit 3D-ish going on with this one. But let's see who's here. Let's see who's here already. Quite a few of you guys are here. I was over at Delanda's. Delanda was doing all the hats. So with her new series, her Loved, Worthy, Blessed, Strong, she was showing how to use different materials with making a hat. So definitely check out that video. Her hats came out really good. Hey, Miss Gail, welcome in. Hey, Up Designs. Hey, DB. Hey, Miss Merlinda. Hey, Nikki. Hey, Daisy. What are you guys up to tonight? Hey, Miss Sharon Davenport. I have an IEP meeting in the morning per the usual. And this one is going to be a pretty lengthy meeting. So I'm going to try to be on maybe for like 2 hours tonight. And then, get back to it on next week, Tuesday. I think I saw on Delanda's thumbnail that there's no Romeo Wednesday tomorrow night. So if there's no Romeo Wednesday, I think she's going to be on earlier. So she'll be on like about 2. So I may hop on maybe if I need to finish something up with this. I don't know yet. We'll see. I didn't fill up my tea again. Should have filled it up. All right, so hey Shay Shay. Hey everyone, I'm just scrolling down. Just scrolling down. That's it. Hey Stacy A. Bear. Welcome in. Miss Geneva Coleman. I don't want to scroll down too quick. I want to see who's here. Hey Angela. It is going to be fun. It is going to be fun. So I just performed a print head cleaning with this printer. What I like about it, it has like a cleaning kits or jets. And so there's like a cartridge inside that keeps it clean. But there are times where you will need to do a clean, and you have the option to do like a clean or deep clean, things like that from your computer. And I haven't had any clogging situations or anything like that. For most of you, or some of you who know anything about like as far as like the DTF portion or just UV printing in general, I do have another UV printer, and I've had like a lot of clogging where I have to unclog it, you have to use it, you have to run it, just so that it doesn't clog. With this one, I haven't really experienced any major issues with it yet. I've had it for a little over a month now. But just so you know, like even though I've had it for a short period of time, I am used to like having printers, especially like this, for short periods of time, and they still clog. Okay, so far I'm doing pretty good with that. I'm going to take you guys over to the printer in a minute. It's done with the cleaning, and we're going to just be printing on a few things tonight. Again, it does take quite a bit of time to print some of the things out, but I'm going to try to, get a few things out. I do have, y'all know it's graduation season for me, and so I have so many graduation projects that I'm working on. So I have these keychains for one of my kids, and I'm going to print onto this. So this one is a white piece of acrylic. Now I cut these out with my laser, with the P2, with the X-Tool P2. I cut these out with that laser, and I'm just going to print directly on top of it. Okay, so you guys will see how that's going to look. I chose to do white and clear so that you can see the difference. So with the white acrylic, I'm not going to use the white base that prints underneath the image. I'm just going to print color only, CMYK, and I'll bring you guys into the software. I need to go into StreamYard on the computer. This is clear. I still left the backing on here. This is just the backing that will peel away, but I do have that's what it's going to look like. I'm going to use white on this so that you guys could see how that will look. All right, so we'll do both. Let's see, does anybody have any questions as far as UV printing? With this printer, I wouldn't recommend using it underneath a window where sunlight can get to it, because with UV ink, sunlight can cure the ink as well, and you don't want that to happen. This particular printer uses cartridges, which kind of gives it a little extra protection from the sunlight, but I still wouldn't risk it and have it underneath any light, any sunlight. Hey everyone, I'm just gonna scroll down. Let me see who's all here. All right, I'm sorry if I missed you guys. I'm just scrolling. Scrolling. All right, let me show you a few things that I've made already. I do have a magnet here. You can literally print on almost anything. You cannot print onto clothing. All right, with your UV printer. You don't want to print onto clothing with your UV printer, but you can print on mostly anything else. I printed, and I did bring another faux leather journal, but I printed directly onto faux leather. It came out really good. Somebody asked about covering something up, like if it would cover things up. It does. If you guys saw my picture on Instagram, and for any of the members who hung out with me a little bit last night, I finished the mini cup that Marilyn and I started, but I also printed this mini decal on here with the UV make as well. This one isn't raised. I didn't do this in 3D texture. It just printed directly on top, but we'll look in the system. Let me sign in right now while we're here so that I can show you guys the software so you can see it. But this printed directly onto here. With this printer as well, you can make you can make UV DTF stickers or decals or transfers. Now, we're going to look at the different beds that come with the machine. It comes with two different size beds and a rotary attachment, where that's how I was able to print this was with the rotary because it just, it kept moving it around so that it could print. These are just things that came with it. So I printed directly onto this magnet. But if you look, I don't know if you guys can really see it, but it's raised. So the one thing you guys can kind of see it, it's like raised. So this is like where that 3D comes up. I think it can go as high as 5 millimeters for printing. We're not going to try to go that far because that will take a lot of time. Remember, it's going to be building those layers. So if you've ever done 3D printing with a 3D printer, you know that takes time. Okay, so even with this printer, it will take time to do that. Okay, now I have the camera set up just so you guys can see it a little bit better, but you're not going to be able to see it actually printing because what happens is that you guys will see that the bed is going to go up and then it's going to start printing on top of it. And then the light, but it's going to be covered. It's going to be blocked to give it as much protection from curing too fast. And that's how it's going to, that's how it's going to cure. Hold on, let me stop my camera. I'm going to click enter. All right. So we can get ready soon. What else did I want to show you guys? Oh, and these are just some UV printers. I think we did these one night. These are some UV stickers that I made. And you can peel it off and place it onto anything else that you may want to place it onto. And just peel it on a cup, tumbler, whatever. So for that, another thing that comes with it is it's supposed to be a UV-DTF laminator, but I do want to try this with another laminator to see if that would work. It literally just needs that top layer to go on top, nothing on the bottom. It just needs the top layer to go on top of the printed image. So I don't know. One day we're going to have to see if a regular laminator is going to work. So maybe next week, Tuesday, we'll have more time I'll pull out another laminator and we'll check and see if that will work. EUFY sells a lot of different blanks. They sell their own blanks, but of course you can get blanks from anywhere. I got these, like this came from the Dollar Tree. So I'm not going to try to fill this whole thing up, but I want to see like, how much can I cover? How much of this can we cover? This came from Five Below, I think. This came from Five Below. Something you can print onto this too. And this mug came from the Dollar Tree. Now you can use one with the handle on it, but you just have to position it a certain way. So you can get blanks from all over, but EUFY does make very nice blanks, actually. You can look at some of those as it's printing. I'll show you guys some of the ones that I have from there. And then they also have these mini UV DTF sheets. These are film. They have the larger ones too for the bigger bed, but they have this smaller. These are the mini ones for the bed that I have on there now. We are going to change it out so you guys can see just how easy it is to change out the beds and put the rotary in. They have a roll to film attachment coming soon too. I'm excited about that. So I could use that, but we're going to start out by printing onto here. Let me see if I missed anybody else. Hey, Danny and Greg. If I missed you, I'm sorry. Hey, Shamuka. All right, let's see what I missed. Hey, Angel Boo. I don't know, I'm so far behind per the usual. Hey, Donzel and Porgy and Miss Sandra. Are you guys working on anything today? Renee, is it your birthday? If it is, happy birthday. If it is. Hey, Nomi. Wait, whose birthday is it? What did Renee say? Yep, it's Renee's birthday. Happy birthday, Renee. All right, y'all, I'm scrolling down. Hey, Rika. So you can incorporate a UV printer like this into your business. I can say that this is a lot easier than like to deal with the whole setup, everything than my other UV printer. Even though I've made a lot of nice things with my UV printer. I don't really show it that often because it can be a little bit tricky. And it's the older version of it. I've had that UV printer for a few years now. And it also was a lot pricier than this one. Like this one is not as pricey as that. That one is, it's a lot easier. I could use my MacBook with this software. So I feel like it's this one is definitely a lot easier. Mary Bear, is Madison still here or there? Hey Barb and Brandon. All right, y'all, I'm scrolling down. If I'm pretty sure I missed something, but y'all know I can't keep up. I can't keep up. So Levi Apparel, UV printing. So with the UV printer, it prints. This one can kind of be all in one, but it's not really. So I have a UV DTF too. So there are some differences with UV and UV DTF. So with this one, with this UV printer, UV, it prints directly onto your item. So you guys will see that when I put this in, it's going to print directly onto it. So you don't need any lamination. You don't need any of that stuff. UV DTF is a sticker. So it still uses white, but this is applied to an adhesive film, a film that has adhesive on it, so that it gives it that permanent sticker behind it, adhesive behind it. And then it prints on top of it as it's going through. It cures still, but it prints on top as it's going through. And then there's another film that's laid on top of it so that you can easily peel it off and place it onto something. So that is the difference between the two. One, you're printing directly onto the item. The other, you're printing out stickers. So the process is basically the same, but this one is just going direct to like DTF, direct to film. And this is UV, and it's not DTF because it's not going on a film. It's printing directly onto the item. So that's the difference between the two. That's the difference. Hey, Carla. Can you confirm or deny if you can print on a sublimation mug blank? You absolutely can, Carla. Of course. Yeah, you can. I printed on one already, but I may have one over there to show it, but you absolutely can. You can, as long as it's a hard substrate, you can print onto it. You guys see I can print onto faux leather. There's so many different things that you can print. You can print onto wood. So you know how sometimes they're like, I know cerulean tides where I get my acrylic and wood from, they actually print onto some of the wood to make different patterns on the wood and things like that. That is totally something that you can do with this printer as well. Now, of course, they have a huge they have a huge UV printer, so they can print large pieces of wood and acrylic. With this one, it's not, you're limited to the space. I can't remember what the space is, but you guys will see. It's not too small, but I think that may be almost 12 inches. We'll go over there and see. I don't remember. And then you have the other one that's longer, and then they're going to have the roll to film. So we can absolutely print onto sublimation mug blanks. So if you have like a oopsie that you want to print over, you can. The only other thing that I know, like with the UV printer and having a handle, of course, like it can print, it has like a certain amount of space that it can print so that handle does not hit the top. Because if it tries to go around, of course, you'll have ink going on the handle, not necessarily hitting that spot. So it doesn't make any sense for it to, somebody's going to say, well, can I do this mug all over? No, it can't. Not many machines will be able to do that prior to placing the handle on like that, because you won't get this area. Stacy's she's doing some applique. Hey, Jennifer. Jennifer's sorting fabric. Oh, I need to be doing that. Got a lot of stuff to do. Robin's working on a fan. I have a clack fan that I need to work on, but they don't want sublimation. They want like bling and feather. It's for feathers. It's for a prom. So I gotta work on that. Rosalind, what's wrong? You're not feeling good? I hope you feel better. Stacy said she's supposed to be cleaning. No worries, Carla. You certainly can. I don't want to break the handle off, Stacy. I don't want to break the handle off. All right, let me see if there's anything else I want to show you. But you can print on so many different things. For those of you who have businesses, you can print. Let's say how I have my rhinestones sorted out. I can put this top in and I can print on the top. I can print whatever the color is here. So this, let's say this is jet black. I can go ahead and have the machine. I can literally place this onto the bed and just put the color and have it print on top. I could even, if I want to, throw this on the rotary and have it print on here for me. Like you can do, there's so many different things that you can do with this as far as just labeling and branding and things like that. All right, so we're going to get ready to head over the, well, let me go into the software first and then we'll look at the software. Let me go into the software. Hold on. All right, let's see. Stacey better not get a letter. Y'all, first of all, I don't even know. I think I left it in the other craft room. Did y'all see what Delonda sent me? Y'all, I cannot even make that up. I cannot even make it up. Delonda sent me a little strip. It's like double this size. Strip just like this of that brick material. Y'all. Now, another thing I want to show you guys, like I can't even. You can even print, like let's say here, you can print it from the back. You can mirror it and you can print so that it's seen through and it's not on top of the acrylic. You can do something like that if you want to, if you want to as well. But kind of, it just depends on, what you like. Right. All right. So this is the EUFY Make software. And I always have this in the way. I'm going to print out some things that I already have here. So I printed this out last night on live. And I think this took y'all who are there. This took maybe about a little bit over 30 minutes to print this out. A little over 30 minutes to print this out. It is a pretty large size. So we're going to try not to get, not to do too much. I've already did a cleaning. This is where you can do it. Now I'm on the computer. If you prefer to use your phone, you can also do this on your phone. There's an app. I was listening to a little bit of ratchet stuff, y'all. I need to make sure y'all can't see what I was listening to. So there is an app that you can use too, and it's pretty easy. So even when I'm not in the craft room and I'm like, you know what, let me just go ahead and clean this for fun. It always does that. I can go ahead and clean it for fun. I don't know why StreamYard is doing this lately, but the app is really, really good. I like the app. Very, very easy to use, very user-friendly. I'm just a person that prefers the computer. I prefer to do everything on the computer, but the app is super easy. Now, the app on the computer was giving me a little bit of a hard time the other day, and I ended up just, pulling out the phone and doing everything from the phone. Okay. Listen. Shay, yes. Yes. But this app is good. Like, it's really good. All right. But you don't have to. You can put it on your computer. And this is on my MacBook. So it can be on your MacBook. It can be on a PC. It can be wherever. Oh, Shay's been there for 14 months. Shay, it doesn't even seem like 14 months. It seems like you've been here forever, girl. Thank you. You need to be online to use this printer. Yeah. If you're going to use the app, you do. You do. Yeah. You do need to be online for this to be able to use it, because we're literally going to be transferring. Now, you may not have to. No, there's a LAN drive. I was trying to see if there was like a USB over there, but there isn't. There isn't a USB over there. So you'll probably have to be online. Or if you have a Ethernet cord and connect it to your computer, maybe that would work for you. But Kevin's been a member for 32 months. Kevin. Thank you, Kevin, for being here. And hello. Hey, Kristen. Shay Shay. Shay Shay, thank you so much for that. I am not playing that music that I was listening to. We gonna leave that for So Good, because Delonda's gonna sing something, and we're all gonna be looking at her crazy. My girl, Shay Shay, your hot mess. Hey, Robin S. and Nicole, Annabelle. We're talking about changing that. Maybe Carla. I don't know that. I don't know, Carla, about the app or the to be able to use it without, but I don't see a USB to connect it directly to the computer. No, so good this weekend. Well, we're gonna do a pre-recorded video this weekend. And Greg has been a member for 21 months. That's a long time. Thank you for being a member for 21 months, Greg. Thank you so much. All right, y'all. Yeah, no So Good. Again, thank you. So there's no So Good this weekend. We are going to have a pre-recorded So Good this weekend, a video, but we're not going to be doing a live So Good this weekend. And then we'll be back next weekend. There's a lot of things happening, a lot of wonderful things happening this weekend. Okay? All right, y'all. So I'm going to head up here to the canvas. This is just where all of my different things that I've been printing out reside. And then we're going to head to the canvas. Now let's look a little bit at the software. Okay. So in the software, there are designs in here. Now I'm currently using the beta version of this software. I'm not sure if there's going to be a fee associated with having access to designs or materials that you don't bring in yourself. Okay. There may be. But there are ways that you can do. They have like image AI. That's if y'all know that I'm not a huge AI fan, but there are ways that you could utilize their AI software within here. There's ways that you can add your textures to whatever it is that you're going to be doing. So this is what you would do. Like if you want to add a pattern to whatever, you can add a pattern. You can add texture to any image that you bring in. And when they say texture or pattern, it really is the 3D component or the 3D feature or function of the machine. Okay, so that's where that comes in, and you can add it. We'll probably try to add it to one of the, something we bring in so you can kind of see a little bit. And there's two different ways of doing that. Once you have your image in, you can control just how high you want it to be. Okay. So that's an area that we can look at. Then these are just different templates that you can use depending on what you have, like what you're going to be printing onto. They have quite a few. If you click see all, it'll open up more options, but I'm not really, I don't really use any of the things in here, but you can. These are just different elements. You have different graphics, images, shapes, patterns, things like that you can use. This is all within their software. Okay, these are just different shapes, and then you have like different patterns that you can add to whatever it is that you're going to be printing. You can also add text. I know somebody asked me like what's the smallest that you can print that's legible. I'm not really sure, so maybe tonight we may have time to kind of do something, print something out that's super small to see how that's going to look. And these are different things that I've created within the software. These are more so things that I've actually brought into the software myself. I haven't created anything inside of the software. Okay, I generally create outside of all softwares, and then just pull it in. Okay, now what we're going to be doing first is we're going to be doing um, this 2025 keychain. We're just going to be printing onto it. And if you just got here, I cut this out with my X tool laser. Now, if you have a Recreate, can you do something like this with a Recreate? Yes, you can. So if you have wood that you want to cut out and then print directly onto, you can do that. If you have certain colors of acrylic, you can do that. Now, of course, you can't do it with clear, but if you have like a purple, that's something that's not transparent, right? Something that you can't see through, a solid color acrylic, something that is opaque, then you can definitely cut it out, a piece of acrylic, put it onto the machine and have it print on top of it. So you can do that. Okay. Hey, Arnique. Arnique, we the people have questions. Yes, Kristen, it's a busy weekend. All right, so now I'm just going to go ahead and upload. As you see, everything stays here. So I'm just going to go with some of the things that I already have here, and we're going to print onto, we're going to print onto that, unless I add something else. All right, so here I'm going to upload. And to upload, we just go to upload. I don't know why I clicked out of upload. And then I'm going to select upload here. And then I'm just going to select this keychain. So this was the SVG version of the keychain. And then this is the printed version of the keychain, what I want to actually print. Now I need to make sure that it comes in sized correctly. And everything is in millimeters. I haven't seen if I can change it to inches, which I would prefer it in inches because nope. Oh, no. But that is something that they may be adjusting so that we can change it to inches. Perfectly fine. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get ready. If you look over here in the craft mode, before I go over to the machine, if you look over here in craft mode, you'll see that it has flat, you have flat raised, you have pattern texture, and you have relief texture. This is where you would begin with changing, like maybe raising it up a little bit, where it won't, well, it's going to generate. I really want to keep it flat because I don't want it to take up too much time. But this is where you would get, and then you would start to see a preview of, this is just a pattern texture raise. You can customize the texture. We can do that at another time, like not tonight. You have relief texture, and then you have raised, where you can actually raise the height. So right now that's 1 millimeter. It's set. You can actually increase it higher to about 5 millimeters. Okay, we're gonna print this out flat first. I'm gonna do, let's go out of here. I'm gonna change this bed. So right now it's on the standard flat bed, which is the larger flat bed. We're gonna change this to the mini flat bed, and that's what is currently on the machine. So we're gonna go to mini flat bed. This is pretty colorful. I don't know how long it's going to take, but we're going to see. So the next thing I want to do is I want to select snapshot. And then I'm going to go ahead and add the machine to the stage. So we're going to select snapshot. So what this is going to do is it's going to take a picture of the bed. And I'm going to start out. Let's start out with the white. Okay, we'll start out with the white. So this is the white piece of acrylic, and I'm going to place this right here. Okay, it fits perfectly on the mini bed. Now, this is an adhesive. You get, these are the mats. You can get extra of these. It is a little bit tacky, not too tacky, but if you feel more comfortable, like sticking it down with something underneath so that it doesn't shift or move, you can. But this is, for me, it's pretty good. Like, I don't have a problem with it. All right. So that is the white one. And I'm just going to head back here now, and we're going to select snapshot. And then you'll see the machine start to move. It's going to get a picture of the bed. It's also measuring the thickness of the material. It's also measuring the thickness of the material. Are you going to? I'm not going to print white for this one. So I'm not going to print white for this one, but I am going to print white on the clear acrylic. So we're going to see how long this is going to take. Okay, we'll see how long it's going to take. I don't know how long it's going to take. I should have just did a name, but what did I do? Yay, Ernique. Ernique's retiring in 9 months. That's less than a year. You go, girl. Congratulations. Hey, Naomi. All right, so it's just measuring. And once it's done measuring, we're going to get, so now you guys see. Now you see how large this came in? So that's another thing. It doesn't come in at the actual size that it's saved as. So you guys can see, I don't know if that's something that they're going to fix. I have told them about it. Like, hey, the software, when you bring stuff in, it doesn't come in at that size. So that's a whole nother, but you can simply resize it. I'm going to resize it, and this should fit perfectly on top of here. The proportions are locked. And I'm just going to make this a little bit larger. I'm going to bring it down. The proportions are locked, but if you hold down your shift key, like, you can unlock the proportions and all of that. All right, let me bring this down a little bit. It is very important to make sure you have your acrylic piece or whatever you're going to be doing straight. Mine is a little bit crooked. You can see like how it kind of goes up. Hold on, how it kind of goes up here. Like, I don't know if y'all see right there, but then I don't have it necessarily straight, but it's fine. I mean, I could go and change it now because it already knows it. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it. I'm not that. It's fine. Because even though I moved it, then I would have to do a whole nother snapshot. Let me go back and do another snapshot. It's going to do another one. Let's do another snapshot since I touched it. But every time you move it, you have to do another snapshot because it's giving you the exact placement of it. Yo, this is Dempsey Boo. I haven't missed you, girl. I'm so glad you're back. I'm so glad you're back. Hey, Dempsey Boo, and thank you for being a member for 38 months. I hope you had a great time on your trip. Hey, our Lovelanders. And Karen Knighton. Dempsey Boo is back. All right, let's get ready. It should be good. All right. So it looks like we may be good. All right, let me just bring it down a little bit. Okay, you guys are still here. All right, that's good. Now what I can do is, so that I can get like complete coverage, you can make it a little bit larger than what it is. Now what I would recommend, if you're like me and you don't want any of your colors to kind of go onto your mat, then you may want to have something underneath it so that it doesn't shift and go under. But I'm pretty good with how it is. We're gonna go with this. All right, so let's get ready. It's still, we're gonna go with that. Let me make it a little bit. There we go. All right, so let's get ready to print it out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the ink mode from white and CMYK. So when you expand the ink mode, you have several different options. You have white, CMYK. This is letting us know what color is going to be laid down first. The white is going to be laid down first, and then the CMYK. CMYK, cyan, magenta, yellow, black. Okay, there's 4 ink color channels. You also have just regular CMYK, which that's just no white. You also have the gloss varnish without any color. then you have only white. So if we only wanted to print the white, we could just print the white. You also have where you can print CMYK and white, right? CMYK, then white. That's for something like, let's say if we were to do the clear acrylic and I wanted to print it on the back of it instead of printing it on top, then you would go ahead and you would do CMYK and then white instead of vice versa. And then you also have where you can do CMYK, white, and then another coat of CMYK. So that way it would be seen through the back and then the front, the front and the back, the same colors. Or you can just do CMYK gloss, or you can do white, CMYK, and then the gloss. Okay, so there's several different options depending on what you're going to be printing on, what outcome you're looking for. So it's very important. You have to select this every single time. Okay, if not, it's going to default to white and CMYK. Okay, so I'm going to select for this time, I'm going to do CMYK. I could do CMYK and gloss or just CMYK. Okay, for today, for the sake of time, we're just going to do CMYK and not worry about the gloss. Okay, now I'm going to select print. Once I select print, it's going to take me here. And then we can select start printing. Now, what I want to do here, these are the print settings. We have everything here. It's good. You can do another snapshot if you need to. I don't think that we need to. Material, this is going to be acrylic. So I'm going to select acrylic. You can select the different materials that you may have. We're going to select acrylic. I'm going to keep it as standard quality. I'm not going to move it to high quality. Standard quality, I feel like, has been printing fine. This isn't for an order or a job or anything like that. And you guys will get a chance to see what the standard looks like. All right. So then I'm going to select, I didn't mean to click high quality. I want standard. All right. So we're going to go to, we're going to leave it on mix because we're not doing a sticker. The only time we'll change it to sticker is if we're doing UV DTF stickers with it. Okay. So I'm going to select start printing. I don't know how long this is going to take. So we are going to be looking at some of the, I should have just printed out both of them at the same time, the white and the, well, you know what? I haven't tried to print out two different things at once. So as you see here, it tells me now that I need to go over to the machine. Let me make this a little bit smaller. There is a start button at the top that's blinking green. So I'm just going to select, I'm going to press that, and then it's going to start. And then this will start moving. Now, there are times where you may want to mirror your print, especially if you're going to be printing on the back of something. You may want to mirror it. We're not going to be able to see much. You guys are just going to see, for the most part, like this is going to start to move up. It's going to start shifting. The back of this does come out, like it comes down, so that when the larger bed is placed in, it can go back and forth. So let me show you guys. I'm going to get some of the other blanks so you guys can see it. I have even more blanks. I don't know what I did with the other ones. I had more blanks, but I don't know. I don't know where they are. I don't know where the blanks. They made them for this printer setup, but I started doing another printer, so I think this is the laminating sheets. I'm coming, guys. I'm coming. Making some stuff. You see canvas. All right. So these are some things that came with it. But I want to show you like an alternative too. I think I have I was looking for some canvases that I had, but I don't see my canvases, y'all. Because you know the canvases that you can get from like Five Below or the Dollar Tree. I had some somewhere. I don't see them. You can print onto those. You can print onto those canvases. I'm trying to see if I have the information blank too. From making it get. So this is a sublimation piece of wood. We can maybe print on this. So this is a sublimation MDF board. We can even try to print on top of this so that you guys can see that it will print on something that is coated for sublimation, even sublimation mugs and tumblers. You'll be able to do that. So we'll just print probably that butter. Y'all. And I don't want something that's going to take too long. Oh, did that finish already? Yo, that finished. That finished so quick. It took, so that took 3 minutes to print that out. Hold on, that only took 3 minutes. So let me grab it so that we can see it. That did not take long for that. But remember, we didn't use any white. So now we're going to use some white and we'll see how long that's going to take. I have another magnet. We can even try another magnet and maybe raise the texture a little bit and see how that will look. Let's see. All right. So I'm just taking off the cover. This is a sublimation board. What I'm gonna put on it, I don't know. But we're just gonna play around with it and see what we could put on it. I have tons of these boards like this. All right. So let me grab it and we're gonna look and see. Now remember, this was with the white acrylic. I'm gonna put the clear acrylic on here next. The only thing is that there's a backing on here that I'm gonna take off once we're done. Okay. Oh, that looks good. I should have moved it over a little bit more. Like I expanded it too much. I don't know if you guys can see that. Hopefully y'all can see it. But I think it came out pretty good. See, I have some ink that went over here. I should have had it over a little bit. But it's fine. It's fine. Let me try to line this up accurately. All right. So now I'm going to print it out on the clear so you guys can see that one. And I'll make myself a little bit bigger so you guys can see. Finish. Oh, I didn't mean to click finish. Let me go back to the canvas. All right, we're going to do another snapshot. But let me move this off of the screen. Remove Broski. You guys see how that printed directly onto the white. I think it came out really good. I wish I would have had maybe just like tilted it up a little bit so that it could have been perfect, but looks good. And you can see it's very, very clean. Like you can see the pictures. I don't know if you guys can kind of see. It's not really that, it's not blurry like that here. So now it's just doing another snapshot, measuring it. So you could always put something else on like the back, maybe a sticker or something, or maybe text. You can do different things on it. But it's taking the snapshot right now. Okay, and we're gonna go back. I'm gonna go back to the design. Yes. Let me do another snapshot. So there, y'all. I thought I was gonna have time to show. I think now with the white, it's gonna take a little bit longer, but that did not take long at all to print. At all. So. All right, let me print the other one so you guys can see the difference with using that white underneath. It's still doing the, and then we'll look at the other print head. We'll look at some of the, I bought another mini tumbler out to print onto that one. So you guys could maybe give it away. But I don't think we're gonna have time. It's already 8:04. It's already 8:04. So Let me see. Dempsey Boo. Dempsey Boo. It's so many things that you need to remind me of, girl, that I'm not going to remember. It's so many things. All right, so let me get ready. Let me make sure I have this lined up accordingly. And it looks like I possibly do. Yep. That's how I should do it in the first place. It does look like I do. All right, go up a little bit. To the left, to the left, to the right. All right. All right, so I'm gonna get ready to print this one out. We're gonna see just how long this one is gonna take. All right, so let me go print. We're gonna do the same thing. I'm not gonna use high quality. We're gonna do, it's gonna go on acrylic. I do want to change it. Yes, sorry. I want to change it to, we're gonna do not CMYK, we're gonna do white, CMYK, and then I'm gonna add the gloss varnish to it on this one. Okay, so white, CMYK. So it's going to print the white first, then it's going to print the color, and then it's going to do the gloss. All right, so we're going to be printing this on acrylic. I'm going to keep the quality at standard, and then we'll get ready to start. All right, it's sending it to the machine. I could have made this a little bit smaller. This is a big keychain. I could have made it smaller. But it's fine. All right. Let's see how this one now. That one took 3 minutes with just the color only. No white, no varnish, none of that. So we're gonna see. All right, so while that's printing, we can look at, so these are the mini UV DTF sheets. And these are the ones that are larger. So these are 12.2 inches wide by 15.74 inches high. So this is about how wide the printer can print. It can print even a little bit wider than that and a little bit longer than this with the standard bed. Okay, so this is a 12 by 15, almost a 13 by 16. So that's what you may want to go, it can print pretty wide. My other UV printer can only print like 6 3/4 inches wide by like 7 inches high. Like it's not a huge space. So I really like that with this one, that it does print, a good amount. As you guys see now, it's finally going up. It does take a little bit of time. It's not instantaneous, but it gets it done. All right, so I didn't even add this back to stage. Sorry. All right, so these are some tumblers that came with, or that they sent to me. I don't know if these tumblers come with it. I know that they have different packages and bundles that you can get with it, but this is a tumbler that they sent. Now with these, I'm pretty sure you could probably do an all over wrap. I'll have to try that. Not tonight, because that's going to take a good little amount of time, but maybe one night we'll work on doing an all over tumbler with it. I haven't done an all over tumbler with it yet. I've only done DTF stickers, and I've only done like decals on it, like printed directly onto it. After this, we're going to pull out the big one. We're going to print the standard, or pull out the standard bed. Okay, this is another tumbler that came with it. I have some tumblers, like sublimation tumblers, kind of similar to this. These are nicer though. These are definitely nicer than those. What else do we have? They sent some travel mugs. And let's see. Let me see if I can get this going. Renee, I need to use my surgery again too. I haven't used it in too long of a time, as long as Marilyn hasn't used hers. And then these are just regular stainless steel mugs. Again, They sell all of these on their site, but you can get these from anywhere. I don't know the pricing of these on their site. You may like them. They are very good quality mugs, but you can get a lot of these different things like from different places. Like you're not limited to only printing on what they have. You can print on anything that you have. All right. They also have, I haven't done this yet. This is a light art painting. And so this is something that they have there. And I guess you print onto this piece and it lights up. Like you can place it and it'll light up. I think there's several different pieces of acrylic here. Yeah, so different pieces so you can change it and you just plug it in and it lights up. So this is pretty cool. What else did they send? They sent a whole bunch of ceramic magnets. I don't know what I did with them. They sent a whole bunch of ceramic magnets and photo and iPhone cases. Where are they? Probably in the other room. Probably. They also have like these metal wall art canvases with like 3M on them that you can print directly onto. Uh-oh, I just dropped the 3M, but they're like metal pieces. I'm gonna put this on here. What else did they send y'all? I was gonna go get the magnets, but I don't even know where they are. They also have some wood wall art pieces. We're about 46% in. And these are just wooden canvases. You can print directly onto that. Where are those? I have one of the ceramic magnets out already, but I don't know. And then this one is, these are more canvas wall art. So I think this is just canvas. Yeah, these are just canvases. So as you see, you don't have to, everything doesn't have to be flat. That's why it comes down so low. It'll raise it up to the height that it needs to be. But you know, these canvases are not thin. These are not the flat canvases. So, you know, I have quite a few more blanks. I just don't know where they are. It may be in the other pack, but I'm not going in there now, y'all. I'm not going in there. Let me see if they're over here. If not, we'll look at them next week. Yeah, but it looks like we're gonna be looking at them next week, y'all, because I don't see them over here. They sent a whole bunch of stuff that we could do. But I've used the laser with it. You know, so I cut these. Well, you didn't see me cut them out, but I cut these out. You can cut wood out and then print on top of it. We're gonna print something on here. I'm not gonna use any white because of course we don't really need the white. And then before we do that, let's print us out a sticker so you guys can see that. We're about 70% in. Now the only thing with the tumblers and the mugs, of course, you can only do one at a time. But you guys are gonna see just, especially those of you who have lasers, you're gonna see just how easy it is to change out the rotary attachment. So this is a smaller, this is for the mini. I'm doing this one now because I don't want to print a large piece. And we're just gonna print that butterfly that I printed the other day. Like this. Yes, y'all, it's Renee's birthday. I don't need any sweets, y'all. Oh my goodness. So I love the True Fruit strawberry and cream. I think it's like white chocolate or something. And I literally, like, I kept popping them today and I was like, oh no, I gotta stop this. So I ended up giving it to my kid, giving them to my students because so So this is the UV DTF film. So with UV DTF, it works with two films, film A and film B. This is film A. So this film, it's sticky. So there's a protective layer on top right here, right? So when I peel it back, I want to be careful that I don't lift it from the backing, and I prefer to do it with it attached to the machine. You peel this little piece off right here, like it's a protective layer, and then we're going to print directly on top of here. Okay, so let me move this other stuff out of the way, and then I'm going to turn the lamp. I'm just going to put this right here. Don't judge me. I don't care. I don't care. We only have a few more minutes together. So they have their UV DTF sheets. They sell those, but you can probably get them from other places as well. Those are just, tailored for this machine as far as the size is concerned. All right, that's done. That took 8 minutes to do. That one took 8 minutes to do. So let me get this up. And I don't know if you guys could see that. So that's how this one looks. Remember, this one has the clear. So we're going to take this backing off so that we can see how that white did underneath. Should print it on. I do feel like, looking at it now, I feel like I could have a little more white on there. But you guys will see. And I do feel like it could have been a little more white. Maybe I need to do another cleaning, but it looks good. Hold on, let me remove this so you guys can see. So this is the clear. This is with the UV printing on top of it clear. And this is the one with the white acrylic. So white acrylic, clear acrylic. And then did I put the gloss on here? I think I put a gloss. Yeah, I did. I put a gloss on here. So clear and white. Clear, white. See, I already removed the back off of it. Now you can add more white to it. Like I probably need to clean it a little bit more. And maybe I need to do another cleaning, but I still think it came out good. So those would be for my kid. Like I'll give these to her that she can take. But they both came out pretty good. Pretty good. Okay. So let's print onto, I'm done with this one. I'm going to click finish. And then we're going to print. Let me share my screen again. We're going to print the UV DTF sticker. Share screen. But you guys see, like I was able to use my laser along with the printer. So the laser cut the acrylic, and as long as you make sure the size is correct, you're good to go. All right, so we're going to go back over to our canvas. I'm going to delete this. And then I'm going to go back to the design. Let me delete it here. That's where it really matters. And then I'm just going to use the, we can make small little mini decals. Okay, let's do this. This shouldn't take a long time. All right, so what I'm going to do next is I'm going to head back over to the printer. And we're going to place this on top of the printer. So let me stop sharing for now. I'll remove this from the screen. And then I'm going to head over here. Okay, so then I'm going to take this, and then I'm just going to place this down right here now. This is generally kind of sticky. And you just press this on here. So this is film A. This is the UV DTF film A. Okay, so I'm just putting this here so it's nice and tacked down. And then I'm going to lift right here. Now you want to be careful, because what I have found is that sometimes when I'm lifting the protective sheet off, depending on how I lift it, I sometimes lift the adhesive too. And you don't want to do that. That's why I think it's best to just go ahead and make sure that this is stuck down. That's the one thing that I can say about this. Like this adhesive sometimes still comes up. I can see it. Like you can kind of see it come up, and then eventually it breaks away. All right, and just do it in a downward motion. Don't lift it up. It's just like when you're doing final. Just pull it down because you don't want it to lift up. All right, so we're gonna head back to the computer. I'm gonna do a snapshot again. Let me add back. We're gonna do another snapshot. I want to do another cleaning of it, but I'm not gonna worry about that now. And then we're going to. It's 8:20. We got some time. All right, so doing a snapshot. We're gonna resize our mini to be a little bit smaller. Mini doesn't need to be so big. And then let's see if I've made mini that small. I don't need mini to be super large. Thank you guys. Shiny behind it. Yes. Thanks, y'all. I still feel like the white could have been a little bit whiter. I feel like I want to I feel like it could have been a little bit white, but it looks good. Honestly, it looks good. It looks really good. But generally the white, it should be white, like cover it completely. That's what it should be. All right, so as you guys see, we're ready. Now we're just gonna print this directly onto our sheet, okay? Let me make it maybe a little bit bigger because y'all know I like bigger. And then I'm gonna duplicate it. Oh, I pressed the wrong thing. Duplicate, not delete. All right, let's say we print out 2. I really hate wasting the paper. Well, you don't really waste it, but I feel like once you're done with it, I feel like I don't want to necessarily have to try to save it. So we're just going to print out 4 of these. We'll print out 4. Let me bring this over a little bit. All right, so we're going to do white and CMYK. I could do it raised a little bit, but again, for time, tonight is not the night for us to be on here all night. Okay, so all of this white CMYK, white CMYK, white CMYK, white CMYK. Okay, so next I'm going to go to print. We're going to select print. We already did the snapshot. That looks good. And then I'm going to change custom material. We're going to leave it at custom, but then I'm going to change this from white CMYK to sticker. We're going to do sticker because that's sticker. And it automatically adjusted it to high quality. Okay, so now we're going to select start printing. And high quality, I think, is when it does take a little bit of time. We're setting it to device. Let me tell you guys something. So my best friend, so we do not talk every day. Neither one of us like to talk on the phone. Like neither one of us have time for small talk. So she saw my picture from prom the other night. She just now saw it. So the message that she just sent me. She's a mess. All right, let me start. So now it's going to start printing. Now, I don't know. This might take the longest. We probably shouldn't even did this one. But because, I have the mini bed on, I wanted to go ahead and knock that out so you guys can see that. I'm going to turn on the laminating machine. And this is the laminating machine. Hold on, me. My screen. I'm going to stop shooting for now. Remove. All right, this is the laminating machine that they have. Now, I believe there's different types of bundles. There may be like the UVDTF edition bundle or the rotary bundle. I don't know. But this is the laminating machine. I will test out. That's due for next week. or maybe before then. If I come on tomorrow night, if Delonda isn't on, if she's gonna just do earlier, I may come on and just show, like, I have a regular laminating machine to see if that will work with a regular laminating machine. All right. Film B is already installed in here. Like, it's a roll. There's a roll of film B installed. There's a sensor on here that when I push it in, or when I put the film in, it's automatically going to start going through. Okay. So I'm just gonna do. We're gonna heat it up. It's adjusting. Okay. So now it's heating up. Hopefully it'll be done by the time that's done. Oh, it's definitely going a lot slower than the other ones. We're gonna be here for a good little second. I should have bought me a snack. I didn't even eat dinner yet. Thank you, DB. I actually got that from Etsy, but it wasn't like that. I kind of had to trace it to get it to be the color that I wanted to be. So yeah. Hey, Vanetta. Thank you. Thank you, Penny. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So does anybody have any questions about anything? I don't know why I wrote something down to tell you guys, but then I think we already covered most of that already. But you can certainly do your UV That's not going too slow. But it does like maintenance. It will tell you, like when you sign into the software, it will tell you that, hey, you need to do some maintenance. Hey, Kim. I'm almost out of my drink. I'm going to drink this energy drink that Delonda has drinking. That is And I want to do this one, but I'm trying to think if I want to do that tonight. The next thing I have, we're going to take out the bed. Do you guys want to do the larger bed tonight, or do you want to do the rotary attachment? Do you want to see how the rotary attachment works? I want you guys to see just how easy this is. Super duper easy. You maybe put a mini on something else too. I was going to do my little butterfly on there for UV but instead I chose the mini because I love mini. The rotary, so we'll do the rotary, and then we'll do the larger bed because you guys see how the bed works. We'll do the larger bed if we come on tomorrow. Oh, I better not. I have a whole bunch of graduation stools that I got to do, y'all. But I could probably still for a few minutes. It won't hurt us. I'll see. So I'll save this sublimation board for us to do, just to print on top of it. And then that way, like I can maybe make a sign. That may take a while. But the good thing is that I won't need to use any white ink because there's a white base here. So I won't need to use any white ink for it to be seen. That's the purpose of the white ink, is so that, okay, so our laminating machine is heated up. That's the purpose of the white ink, so that when it's placed on different colors, it can still be seen. Like it'll still be vibrant. So that's the purpose of it. Hey, Taylor. Oh, it should be. Where's Rosalind? Yep, it should be this weekend, Rosalind. It's supposed to be this weekend at 3. It's this weekend at 3. Terrell may not have sent out the link yet. Yep. Aww. How often do you need to use it before it does what, Beverly Smith? So it sat for a week and it was fine. Not it hasn't like that's the longest that it has sat was for a week without me having touched it or anything like that. And when I came back to it, the software automatically told me it needs a deep cleaning, before using, it already like it automatically did it because I think there's like an automatic cleaning process that it goes through like after a day and then after like 8 hours and after 24 hours and after a certain amount of time. But I guess I went over that. So when I came back to the software, it told me that I need to do a deep cleaning. I did a deep cleaning and it was fine. So I haven't used it in maybe well, I used it yesterday. Yesterday did just fine. Like this was what it printed out for me yesterday on this mini tumbler. So it works just fine. Like it was okay. Yeah, from Hawaii. So I don't know. I haven't had any 7 days. I didn't have any problems with it. It does have an automatic cleaning system there. The one thing that I really do like about it is that it works using a cartridge, and not all of those ink tube lines that sometimes that ink gets clogged in there. I would definitely recommend not using this near a window where sun can come in. But other than that, I don't know yet. I haven't had any major issues. I haven't had any meltdowns, meaning I was over it. I haven't had any yet. Yeah. So, and somebody had a question about printing on top of something. Um, I don't see a problem with it. We can definitely see. Like I printed on top of, I showed this the other night. I printed on top of notes. You can see the S, but the color where that is right there is so light that it wasn't enough to cover it. So when you're covering things, you need to maybe see where the cross is. You can't see the areas that are that's underneath it, but you want to make sure you have something that covers it really good. What else did I want to do? I wanted to do a small word. Like somebody asked me, like, how tiny can it get? How tiny can you print and still be able to see it? You can still see fairly good, even with this, like how this font is here. Like I can see it really good. Anybody have any more questions? Oh, Rondrea, Miss Sharon will keep me on track for certain. I have quite a few. That's what's on my in Adobe now. Like I was working on that when I came home, and then I was like, well, let me start getting this stuff together. And I was watching Rachel make that. I don't know if you guys saw Rachel Unbiased LLC, but she made a very nice memory pillow. Like there's so many different things you can do with that. I thought it was super duper nice. So if you guys didn't get a chance to see it, you want to see it. So see, I'm over here in my stole making era because yeah, she loves it, but she wants to add the list of clubs and organizations that she's in. So I'm gonna do that. For those of you I used to use, so honestly speaking, had a stole template that she had that on her website. I got that maybe like 4 or 5 years ago, and that's what I was using for my 60-inch stoles. Well, she has a 70-inch stole, and somebody else has another 70-inch stole. So I found this template on Creative Fabrica. So Creative Fabrica has some like stole templates, not the ones that you do on Canva, but just a regular SVG of a stole template. And so that's where I got this one from. This is the 70-inch one that they had. So I was able to use it for her stoles. But it came out like she loves it. I'm gonna put her name on the side, and then I have quite a few more to do. So yeah, it's graduation season. Graduation, proms, a lot going on. Hey Marlies. Let me see how much longer we have, y'all. So we have about 53. Well, it's like 53% done. So 47% more. That's why I was like, maybe I'll bling something, but this side of the table, y'all, is not prepared. I got my sewing machine here. I got like this side of the machine is not prepared. I got leftover bling box stuff over here. It's not prepared at all. At all. We're gonna see how this is gonna go. Let me show you guys, while we're doing this, since we're not going to use the larger one, I'm not going to put on that piece of MDF board tonight. I'll show you guys. But you can totally make like signage, like with this, you can make, I can make a sign with on wood and print directly onto it. The good thing about it is that this will last outside because it's UV ink and the sun isn't going to fade it, right? So this is the larger board. Let me get my measuring tape. There's specs and things on the site, but I never remember. So this is the larger board or the larger bed, and then this is the bottom. You simply take it out, place it in, and lock it in place, and then these code, that's what reads it, and then lets the machine know like what you have installed. Let me get out my measuring tape. Now they are coming out with a longer one that you could do like a film to roll or something like that. All right, so inches, because we're America and we need inches. I know I need inches. So this is about a little over 16 and a half inches long. And then in width, it is 13. So 13 by 16 and a half. 13 by 16 and a half. You guys saw that large print. I showed it before, that large piece of canvas that I did. That took a long time. And I think somebody was like, oh, that took too long. Well, I mean, we got to be realistic with ourselves. So where is that thing that I had? I'm really not sure where it's at. I'm not. So this was one of the large wooden canvases that I printed on. And you guys see how large it is. It's super big. I printed this, not super big, but it's big. And I printed directly onto here. Like my white looks good on here. I'm gonna do another cleaning. But this is what we did. And this did take quite a bit of time, but honestly, it's huge. So I kind of expect that for bigger things. Now this is almost done. We're at 72%. So we'll let that go. Then we're gonna put the rotary in, and then we'll just do something basic, something with the rotary. Thank you, Kristen. It is definitely a process. Yes, definitely for home. For the soles, I'm going to be doing, for the ones that I need to do now, I'm going to be doing sublimation. But for the batch that I'm going to be doing probably Friday or Saturday, I may work on it on the weekend. I'm going to try to incorporate DTF with that. And I'm going to print that on my own because it's just going to be like, I have some for clubs that just really want like the club emblem and the name. So I could do DTF. And then for those, I'm like, hey, I could just get the burgundy stoles instead of the white stoles. Instead of having to sublimate it, I can just go ahead and get the burgundy stoles and then just do DTF and press it on. And that's going to be super easy. But I have quite a few that I need to do for sublimation. Quite a few. So, yeah. Quite a few. I'm not going to do a cleaning now because I don't want to take more time. We want to go ahead and try to print onto something. We'll hold this off for Tuesday and I'll get some other things, but as you guys see, it's not something where it's going to be super quick. So maybe Tuesday we'll do a little bit of bling and print on some of these things. So that way, in between the time, we can do something. Maybe Marilyn will want to come on with me if Madison is gone by then. Maybe she will want to hang out with me and bling a little bit. Maybe. If she's being nice. But yeah. This came out really good. I love these. Even the clear one, the color still looks good, but I do feel like if it had more of the white underneath, it would really be seen even better. Even better. Slow and steady is definitely the way to go. Definitely. Whew. We're almost done. And then I get to show you guys like how easy this is to remove. I don't know if you guys can see here on the machine, this little tab right here, that unlocks the attachment. So that unlocks the bed or unlocks the rotary attachment, and then you just put it on, put it on. I did want to do something that was a little bit raised so you guys could see it, but what time is it? 8:40. Hey, Tom, Mama. We'll see. I know we can't mention that surgery. Thanks, Evelyn Warner. But I did want to try like to do the raise. I want you guys to see the raise tonight, but maybe the raise has to be another night. The 3D texture, maybe that one has to be another night. We'll see. We will see. We will see. But we're almost done. Which one, Marilyn? Which one? Good night, Rosalind Lewis. I hope you feel better. Tell me what. So honestly, I don't know. You got to click the link to see. I don't know because when they first did it, it was like 1,600, like for that first 3 days, and then the price jumped up a little bit. I'm not sure what it is now. I'm not 100% sure what it is. I did not even look to see what it is now. And then they have different bundles that you can get and add to it if you want. I will say that this is cheaper than the original. Like I have another UV, and then the app still tells you when it's done on your phone. But it's cheaper than my original UV printer. My original UV printer cost triple what this is, maybe double, a little bit more than double than what this is within this cost. And it didn't come with like all these things. And the printing space was a lot smaller. So thanks, Greg. Greg said it's still $16.99, which I think for this, I think it's a really good price. All right. Oh, these look so cute. All right, so let me lift this up. I was gonna give these away, but y'all know I love me some mini. I'm gonna have to keep this. So I'm lifting them up. It's dry. It is dry, but I don't really want to touch that adhesive. So you guys see our little mini. Mini looks so cute. All right, so we're done with this, right? So now I'm going to put it in the laminating machine. So let me just remove the printer. So now what we're going to do is we're going to be creating the UV DTF sticker. Now this is still sticky. That's what makes this turn into a sticker, because this film A, it has the adhesive already on it. That's why I didn't really want to waste it and just do one. And so once we put this in the laminating machine, it's going to create that sticker where we can lift it off and put it onto something else. All of this other adhesive is going to go away. Okay. So now I'm just going to put this in. There is a sensor here. It's heated up. And I'm simply, because film B, there's a roll of film B already inside of here. So if I lift it up, you guys will see there's a roll in there. Let me bring it back down. Let me turn the heat back on. Since I lifted it up, it you gotta heat it back up for protection. It stops it from heating. So the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna stick this in just like this. And I'm gonna push it through. and there is already like that sensor pushes it through. Now there is another, they have like other smaller laminating sheets that I could also use with this instead of using the roll, but I just prefer to go ahead and put it all through the roll. But it comes with it. So once it's through, once it's done, it'll stop, and then there's a slicer in the back to slice it off. Now I wasted this much of the laminating sheet, but in all fairness to them, like they do have like the smaller sheets that I could put on top and, you know, avoid that from happening. So now we literally have created a UV DTF sticker. There's only laminate on the top part. There's no laminate on the back part. There's only laminate on the top. Okay. So then I'm just gonna cut this out and cut this. I don't have my little squeegee because I still like to do like a little bit of squeegee work with this. But then if I cut this like this, I have my, I'm gonna put this to the side. I might give these away. Like, do you guys want these? Like, I don't know. Like, it's just a little mini. She's not even big. But we're gonna put her onto something. What do we want to put Minnie on? Let's put Minnie here. Minnie would be cute on that little gray, on this little gray cup, right? I'm gonna put Minnie right there. Now, I still would recommend getting an alcohol wipe, cleaning off your Minnie. I don't have an alcohol wipe, so we're just gonna go with it. I don't know if I want to go with it. Let me get an alcohol wipe. Sorry, guys. I tried to not do that, but I couldn't help it. So we'll do that. We'll put this on after. We're gonna get ready and change the rotary attachment because it doesn't make sense to me not to go ahead and change the attachment now. And then we'll worry about. Let me clean her off the cup. We're gonna clean the cup to make sure that we have a nice clean surface. And then we're gonna add the rotary attachment to it. All right, so let's head back over. We're gonna add the rotary attachment. Add to stage. Vanetta, you want? Okay. Vanetta, send me your address and then I'll send it to you. Yeah, so many hard surfaces you can put it on. I'll send you a little mini decal. Because it's, like, I like mini, but everybody don't like mini. All right. Let me make this a little bit larger. I'm going to make me smaller so that you guys could see it a little bit better. All right, so here we have the mini flatbed, right? So we're going to get the rotary attachment. This is the rotary attachment, okay? This is what the rotary attachment looks like. This is the bottom of the rotary attachment. It can adjust, okay? It goes this way into the machine. This is the front. And it goes that way, okay? So let me go ahead and grab the flatbed out. To take the flatbed out, that little tab that I showed you guys earlier, all you do is pull it over to the left to unlock it, and it comes out. This is super lightweight. You'll see how I printed onto it a little bit. That's why so you can have something, but you can get more of those. Those are, you know, you do have to pay extra for that if you get more, but it can last. You don't have to change it out too much. All right. And so now we're just going to place this here. So you see this little opening right here? That's where that's going to go in, right? So it needs to be faced this way because it's going to read the attachment, all right? So that just sits right there like that. And then to lock it, I have it pressed down. I'm just going to slide that back over to the right, and now that's locked in place. Okay, so once we do that, What do we want to put on here? Do we want to just put another mini on something? We can let's put mini on something else. So let's put mini on, we'll put mini on this little, I mean, we could put mini on there. We could put mini on to this one, but mini isn't big enough to cover that. So let's just put mini on here. Mini goes on everything. Well, maybe I could put my little butterfly on here. So to do that, you see that's, there's a little lever there that you can make it a little bit larger. The key to putting this on is to put this right here and have it flushed up, but it's on the wheel and it's flushed up on like this little bar that's right here. And then you just bring this, you slide it back. And then once you slide it, this is on the wheel here. Then there's like a little contraption here that we're going to pull out, and that kind of holds it in place. That holds it in place, okay? If we were putting the mug in here, then the mug, we would place the mug down like that with the handle going straight down like that. Okay? But I mean, what time is it? We're not gonna have time for it. All right, so that's all you really have to do for the attachment for the rotary. Okay, so now let's go back to the canvas. Oh, Evelyn, the machine is going to do all the work for us. Watch. All right, so let me go ahead. I'm going to go back to design. Yes. All right, we're going to close that back. We're going to do a mini. Oh, I don't want to do that. Let me close out of there. All right. I don't want that either. All right. Let me close here. I'm just going to delete. So we just need one mini. We're just going to do one mini. I wanted to do I don't think I have anything really super colorful in here, except I love my craft community. Now, the one thing that you're going to see is that like you need to know how much space you need from that top part to the bottom, like from where you're going to print. So ideally you want to measure like, okay, how much space is at the top so that you don't put too much there. All right, so let's go to, we could put mama on there because that's kind of colorful. Or the mini. One's going to take quite a bit of time. I don't know. Let me go back over here. So let's go here and we're going to change this to the rotary because that's what's on there. And so as you see, it'll pull up, a different screen. It's not going to be, we're not going to be able to see the tumbler the way that we're able to see that flatbed when we had the acrylic on there, right? But this is what you get. It kind of gives you a guide, okay? So you can change whether or not you have handles or not. Also, you want to always auto measure, okay? So we're going to select auto measure. There's no handles, but this isn't really a straight tumbler. It's really, we can go with this one because the shape is a little bit weird. It's one of like you saw the cup. It's not all one size. Or we can go with this one. This is more for tapered. I think I'm going to go with this one. We're going to go with this one. And then we're going to go to auto measure. And then it's going to start measuring. Now, maybe, I don't know if it's going to give me a problem because it's not like straight, but you guys see, let me remove the screen. You see what it is doing? Like it's automatically leveling it out for us so that it's straight. And then it's measuring the tumbler, the length, the circumference, all of that. It's measuring it. Now, what may give it a problem is the bottom part of it, but we're going to see. I don't know if it's really ready to do those types of tumblers. I never tested one of those out. Thank you, Kristen. So we'll see. It may be giving us, yeah, it's giving us an issue. Hold on, let me see. Let me try it one more time. And I think it's more so because you see how it's still in place, but the problem is that two-tone, I don't know if that is, it can be done. Let me see. I'm going to do it one more time. I'm doing another auto measure. Yeah. Yes, Evelyn Warner. Because the way that it does it, generally, like if it's one of the slanted ones, like this is kind of easy for it to automatically level it out as it's in the machine, right? Because it doesn't have two different parts, two different sizes, right? But that big dip, it may be hard for it to actually level it out. Let's see. It'll tell me it's almost ready. And then I could maybe, you know what I'll try? I'll try the tapered one to see if the tapered one is better. If that works good. I think I may just do the mini. Okay, please ensure the object type is compliant in the objects. All right, let's see. Let me do the other one. Let me try the other automatic, the tapered one, and see if that will work better. So it's gonna try. I'm trying the tapered one because maybe the straight one. I did the straight one, but it looks straight to me. Like the top part looks straight, but maybe not. So we'll see. Let me bring back on the screen so you guys can see what happens. If not, I'll put in the other one, and then because I ain't got time all day, all night tonight. So this was our mini. I thought I had like a little squeegee here. I'm gonna use my ice strip. All right, y'all. I want to see how these hearts look. If these hearts did good. They did. Even for it to be so small, the hearts look really good. Yeah. It's not picking up that one. Let's go with this one because I can't. And it may just be that there may be a way to do the tapered one, like not the tapered one, so ones like this. I just don't know. So I didn't think about like how this would affect, how that would affect it, but we'll see. We'll see. I will verify tomorrow, not today. So now I'm just gonna bring this on down a little bit more. Fit that right there. I'm gonna put that right there in the center. I'm gonna bring this in like this. Now the other thing I could do, and then let's get ready to print something on here. So now we're gonna go back. I'm gonna do auto measure again, but this time we're gonna go with the tapered, and I'm gonna do auto measure there. So I'm gonna end up putting my mini right here. Mini will fit right there. Okay. So let me bring this over so you guys can see. Oh, we'll leave it like this for now. You can see a little bit of that one measuring. But you see how now it's trying to level out the curve. It's going to keep going with the two different. So Kimberly said you can't do, what did that say? I didn't even see what it said. I didn't see what that said. Hold on. Let me go. I got to do it again because I did not even see what it said. So Kimberly said you cannot, she saw where you can't do the ones with two different heights. Yeah. Yeah. It didn't know. And I think I picked the right thing. I don't know if I picked the right thing. So I didn't even see what it said. But for this one, we're just going to go ahead and do the the taper angle of the cone exceeds the maximum. Oh, I missed everything that it said. Hold on. So maybe this is too. It can't be wider than my mini tumbler. It will. You know what, guys? Because I'm ready to get off, it wants to give me drama. Let me see something else again. Hold on. Let me try one more time. And then it's going to be done. Okay, did it turn? If not, I'm going to just put in my mini tumbler because I know that it works. But I know it can't exceed it because the mini tumbler is wider than this one. It could be this little thing right there. Let me see. Let's go back to auto measure. Auto measure. It's definitely tapered. Let's see. Now, I did have a hard time with the handles, but the problem is how I placed it into the machine. Like, I didn't have the handle like perfectly set straight down, and then that gave me a lot of drama. And then I was like, okay, I got to redo it. And then finally, I figured it was me putting the tumbler in wrong. Hey, Barb. It was me putting the tumbler in wrong. Nope. So let me try this one. I know that this one works. I know that this one has worked for me. So let's see. If this doesn't work, then it's something else. Uh-oh, sorry. This is my other mini tumbler. I kind of don't want a black mini on here, but that might be cute. Let's see. I could put something else in here too. So let's see if it's me or if it's the machine. It just doesn't like that one. But this one is a lot wider. So see, like this is wider than this one. So I don't know why. Let's see. You kind of push it here. Bring it up there. And then. All right, let's see if it reads this one. If it doesn't read this one, then it's the machine. If it reads it, then maybe it was me. Because it should not, that shouldn't exceed. If this one did it fine, then that one should do it fine too. So we'll see. Now I got to figure out what I want to put on there. I don't really want to put mini on there, but I may have to. I might just have to. All right. What happened, Barb? Oh, it's 88 degrees. Fair. Barb, you know that's normal for me. All right, let's see. All right, that one did just fine. That one did just fine. If you notice, you see how it changed? That one did just fine. So I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it was how I put that other one in. It has like a little bit of a edge to it. Maybe it's me. I don't know. It could be. It's probably me. Pretty sure of it. What we're gonna print? I don't really want to print out this mini, but I mean, we could print this out and have mama on there. Ooh, that's kind of big. We don't want it that big. So if you look here, you'll see where you have like the line. So this is the center right there, like right there would be the center, and these are the edges, right? So that would probably give us like the full space. The size adjusted, so it, you know, it's telling us what the size is. I'm just gonna make this really small. We're just gonna put mama. Maybe I should put mama mouse. I just don't want this to take too long. Like nobody got time for that today. So let's go ahead and make this kind of super duper small. And then we'll have it here. This is what we're going to print on, okay? This is what we're going to do. It's not even going to be too big. And it does snap in place. As you guys see, it does snap. So this is going to be in this kind of center. It is in the center. And then let's go ahead and print this out. I don't really want to use all these colors, but we're going to do it. There's going to be white and CMYK. I'm going to go to print. Oh, I meant to move that mini off. Should I just do the black mini on there too? No, let's do color because we haven't really done, well, we did do the keychains, but we'll do color. So we have white. I'm just going to change this to acrylic. I don't see acrylic. Let's change it to plastic. I thought the last time I had plastic, I don't think I changed the color to plastic the last time. I thought it said acrylic, but that's what I thought. So we have white CMYK. I'm going to leave it standard. Is this the size that I want it to be? I'm going to make it a little bit smaller because I don't want to be here all day printing. All right, everything is good. Let's click start printing. And then we are going to, it's sending it to the device. And then we're just going to place this onto this cup. And we're going to place another mini onto the other cup. And I'll send these other two to Bonetta. On whatever she wants to put it on. All right, so let's click start. I did do auto measure, didn't I? I think I did. I don't remember. Yeah, I did. I did. Now you can skip auto measure if you feel comfortable doing that. Like for how with the other cup I had, you can bypass it and then print, but I wouldn't recommend it. Like that. I want it to actually register what it is that we're doing. All right, so we're going to remove this screen. Hopefully it don't take us that long. Remove. All right, so it's going to get ready to go up. Again, we're not going to be able to see anything, so I'm going to make this screen a little smaller because we're not going to be able to see. But it's going to get ready to go up and it's going to do all the things. All right, so these are the UV DTF. I do like to kind of hit it with the squeegee, but I don't have my squeegee on hand, but I do have my ice chip on hand. All right, so somebody asked, like, how small does it print? Like, it prints, I don't know, you guys can't really see those hearts really good on there, but those hearts came out super good. Like, even the very, very tiny, tiny, tiny hearts came out really good. So, yeah. Let me get the sticker or tumbler. Oh. What $10,000 price tag? Okay. Barb, I agree. It should be. I wish I stayed in cold weather. So now I'm just peeling this off. And so that's our sticker that we printed, our UV DTF sticker that we printed. And now I'm just going to place it. I'm going to put it onto here. I'm going to put one onto the mug too that we had, but I should have got my cup cradle, but it's fine. Oh, it's fine. It's really fine. But it looks really good. It really does. And then I'm just going to place right here. I still think I need to do another cleaning. I do feel like I need a cleaning. And then I just put this like that. And we're going to peel this off. Now, I could maybe put like another one here, maybe some text there. And then we're going to do this. And then I'm just going to peel this off. And take a little time to peel it off. And generally just go in a downward motion. And this is sticking behind. I would recommend, like when you do with any type of UBDTF stickers, even if you get UBDTF transfers, I would still recommend getting a squeegee and just brandishing it down. But that's off, and that's what we have on our tumbler. So even though I could not print directly onto here, the UBDTF function made it possible for me to do that. Okay, made it possible for me to still be able to print, still be able to get the image on here. So it worked out pretty good. He's cute. She's so cute. All right, I'm gonna put it on my ceramic mug from the Dollar Tree. I have printed out so many things on the Dollar Tree with this thing, like especially for the school. Super duper easy. I didn't even have to order any transfers for it. I was like, oh, that's perfect. All right, so we're gonna just put this over here. Isn't she so cute, Miss Gail? Yes. Yes, 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 yes. So cute. Barbie gonna get the P13. Oh, no, that, but so some of you guys have been here for a long time. You guys know how obsessed I was with UV printers for the longest. And then I got the Pro Color one. I want a huge, those things are so big, like the industrial ones. I want an industrial UV DTF printer. They not UV DTF, UV printer. Now they cost a lot of money, like a house payment, like literally like not a house payment, like the total cost of a house. So pretty pricey. All right, so I'm just gonna put little mini on this one too. I might give these away. I mean, it's just a Dollar Tree mug. I don't know if you guys really just want a Dollar Tree mug, but I'm put mini right here. Oh, this is a cute gray mug though. Cute. And I'm just gonna go ahead and place mini right here along the side. I literally work better with my cup cradle, but it's looking pretty good. But you guys see how it's like the machine actually levels it for you. Yep, UV stickers works perfectly on shot glasses. Thank you, Robin S. Exactly. Well, if whoever wants, I'll give this cup away, and whoever wants to put rhinestones around it, if you get it, you can. Okay, I'm just gonna peel this off, and this is the Dollar Tree mug. Like this adhesive on their A film is pretty intense. So this is it on the little Dollar Tree mug. I think that came out super duper cute. I mean, you could always put something else on the other side, but if I were to put the ears up a little bit higher, maybe put a name at the bottom. I mean, you could still kind of put a name here at the bottom, but I think that came out super duper cute. Minnie's so cute. Very simple, but cute. for anybody who likes many. So then you have these two. This design, I found this on Etsy. Like it was like a bundle of many, but the ears were the face and ears are in the bow. It was red. It was all red, and I changed it to black. It was a PNG, and I changed it to black. But I love how very very cute, very very cute. Y'all know I don't really like to give many away, but I don't want to send. This is probably gonna save me. I don't want to send the glass in the mail. I don't have time for all that extra drama of. I'm turning off the laminator, but I remember that of having to wrap it. Oh, Barb, I can only imagine. Yeah. Thanks, guys. Thank you, guys. All right, we have it's halfway through, so maybe by 9:30 we'll be good to go. It doesn't, right, Miss Gail? It does not look like a Dollar Tree mug anymore. And if you've ever been to Disney, you know this could really be a part of the Disney lineup. That's cute too. It does. I love it. Listen, stuff like this. So even if you're never in the market for a UV printer or a UV DTF printer, you can get transfers. And let's say, Christmas time comes around, you're like, you know what, you want to give your kids' teachers gifts, or you want to give your family members gifts, or anybody gifts. You want to, you can really do like make some really, really cute things and not break the bank. So like this mug, this tumbler came from Five Below. I couldn't put it in there. I don't know if they're ever going to change that to be able to do it. And you can kind of get away with it if you don't do the auto measure, but I promise you want to do the auto measure. You want to do all of that. But you can give something like this away. You can put whatever you want to put on there, a saying, whatever, and give something like this away. Like use UV DTF stickers. When I do UV DTF stickers in a lot, I don't be having time to print it out all the time. So I'll go to Florida DTF and have them print it out. Super easy, super convenient, and super fast because they're local. I'd always recommend getting a local company that you can count on for when you have projects to do. If you like me, I don't like to wait for stuff to come in the mail. I like to have it like right away. So, and then here, like these make really, really good gifts. Really good gifts. Super easy to do. Super easy to do. Yep, Miss Gail, so you can stick those on your luggage too. Yep. So the cleaner, I don't remember how much. I know the ink is roughly around $300. But the price for me, that's not an issue because I know the value of the printer and what it can do. And if you're printing on it, like I've been printing out lots and lots of things, and my ink level is almost basically the same. Like it's a little bit lower, but not that much. And the ink for UV printers, it's comparable to other printers, other UV printers. So I think the price is fine, to be honest. Now, if it's something where you're like, you know what, I just can't see myself getting a printer where I'm going to be paying a lot in ink, then definitely don't get on DTF or UV, because the ink for DTF, now I see like a lot of different companies are now selling DTF ink. So the pricing is kind of fluctuated a little bit, kind of gone down some and then up or down. But when DTF first came out, that ink was very expensive for DTF ink. So maybe the pricing will go down, but I do know also if you like to use off-brand inks, of course, using off-brand inks inside of your printers, that voids the warranty, just like with sublimation. When you're buying the Epson printers, that technically voids the warranty on it when you're putting sublimation ink into the printer. So the same thing would apply to this. Like if you decide, okay, if you find an off-brand company that sells the UV cartridges that can fit into here, then you can do that, but it's gonna void your warranty. Hey Jess. Hey girl. So yeah. Hold on, let me see. I'm gonna see how much that the ink, the cleaning cartridge is. Rachel, that was so cute today. That memory pillow. Uh, let me see. Um, let me see. Um, where's my? I gotta silence my email, y'all. I'm glad I forgot to respond to another email that I needed to do. I just gotta find it. I don't remember which email. Maybe it's here. Y'all, when I tell you I had way too many true fruit bites today. Usually I can do like one and be no. I just could not stop. It was so bad. Wait a second. Where's my email? Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to find to see. I don't know if it's on the website, on their website, on the Kickstarter website, but it may be. And I tell you, I got so many emails that this does not make any sense. We're almost done printing. But it was super duper easy to set this up, like super duper easy. Spec sheets. They may not have the pricing here for me. Three. Nope, it's not here. Yeah, I don't know. It's not here. Maybe it's on the Kickstarter site. That may be possible. I don't see it. Oh, I think it's done. All right. Let me see the quick site guide. Let me see. I don't know if you guys could see. No. Let me. Oh, you're small anyway. I'm gonna bring it over here. Let's see. Let me remove. Oski. All right, so, and when I tell you small, I went small. I went very small, but that looks really good. Let me turn the light on. If I could turn the light on so you guys can see it better. So that looks really good. Like I think it came out super duper good. Now the white, from what I thought, the white was not whiting, but it is. I don't know if you guys can see it better. It was just the underlay that I kind of felt like it wasn't doing it as much as possible. But I did super small, and this may end up being my mini tester cup, or I could just leave it like this. I could just, this is on here. It ain't going nowhere. Now I think I think I missed, somebody said about dishwashing. I dishwash my stuff like with UV DTF, like you can. You don't, unless somebody they tell you that you can't, like if you're getting transfers and they say you can't, but it should be fine to be able to uh dishwash it. Oh, the Sawgrass sublimation ink, that ink does not play with you. Like you're gonna spend a lot of money on it. You're gonna spend a lot of money on that Sawgrass sublimation ink. It is true. But it came out really good, y'all. Yeah. Good idea, Evelyn. Miss Evelyn, that's true. Thank you guys. But it came out really good. It did. The color looks good. Everything looks good. We're gonna revisit this on Tuesday, on Friday, or maybe tomorrow night if I come on. I'm gonna check with the line and see if she. I think she said like tomorrow she's just gonna be doing an earlier live tomorrow. So I'll check with her. If anything, if I can, I will come on. But Netta, don't forget to send me your address. I'll give these away on Friday night. I may not give this away though. Like this is so cute. Like literally my favorite right now. But we can give this away, and whoever wins it, I'll put a name on the back, like maybe here. If you want a name there, I can put a name or something. I don't know. So that's what we did tonight. We made this. These were UV DTF stickers that we made. We did the process of that a little bit with these, and then we printed onto this tumbler, on this mini tumbler. I may need to do a no, I'm not gonna bling those ears out. Maybe not. And then we also printed onto these keychains. So one of the keychains, this one was white, and then this one was clear. This one's clear. This one was a white acrylic. And we printed directly onto, hey, Addie G. We printed directly onto here. My email address is patrice@craftablethings.com. She's coming on around 1. Okay, perfect. The Epson. Oh, I have my brother sublimation printer. The ink is a little more pricier than it's like for all 4 of the cartridges, maybe $108 about from the Epson site. So yeah, came out pretty good. I think that's about it, y'all. I think that's all we have. That's all I kind of did for tonight. So then if we do tomorrow night, if I get home and do some of the stoles, then I'll do it. I'll feel fine coming on doing it. So we'll see. But y'all, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope this was helpful for anybody who may be interested in UV printing, learning about UV printing, whether it's with the EUFY make or whatever, just learning the process. Again, as you guys saw, these DTF transfers came to the rescue for an item that I could not get to be read in the machine. They came to the rescue. So UV DTF stickers and transfers, you can totally get those to do the same thing that we're doing here. But with this one, we're printing directly onto the item, and it's actually that ink is being cured onto the item as it's going. Okay, so that's the difference. You guys saw UV DTF, it prints out as a sticker. UV prints directly onto your item. So this is a Racoma 16 by 20 heat press. It's a Racoma heat press. It's an auto open heat press, and it slides out. The bottom platen slides out, and it does auto open. I love it. I love it. Now I still love my fancier studio 16 by 24. Still love it. I'll probably when I'm doing my graduation stoles, that's what I use, the 16 by 24. But I mean, this did the job for me too last year. Like I used that last year too. Good night, Ruth. Be safe. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. It's been good. Hopefully this has been helpful. Remember to be kind to each other. It doesn't hurt to be kind. Um, a lot of people need it. A lot of people need us to be patient with them. Sometimes I need people to be patient with me. You guys are generally super, very patient with me, and I appreciate you guys for that. And I think the comment section is always super classy, super nice, super welcoming. So I just want to remind you guys to be like that too in your everyday lives. Sometimes people will try to push you over that ledge. Um, don't don't let them. Okay? Still be kind. Still be kind. You being kind to somebody else, it could rub off onto somebody else or rub onto somebody else. You being kind and people seeing that. And then also you being kind and having like a positive, uplifting atmosphere, people will know, like, okay, I can't take this negativity to her. Let me check myself before I go. And you can help somebody else. But please remember to be kind. Be kind to yourself. Um, Definitely be kind to yourself. When you're kind to yourself, you're able to be kind to others a lot more easily. I love you guys. I appreciate your support. I appreciate you guys being here. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week. If I don't see you guys tomorrow night, I'm pretty sure I'll see you guys on Friday. But I love y'all. Until next time, y'all. Later.